All right, class, settle down. Class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to day 15, Don't Starve. It's our little guide and tutorial. This one is going to be our last guide before winter hits, and this guide is going to be preparing for winter. When you're in the preparation phase for winter, you just basically need to get all your winter clothes ready and assembled. For that, I'm going to have to go spider hunting once more. Spiders provide, obviously, silk, and silk is a common ingredient in a lot of clothes. I'd also really like to have the hound's teeth from those attacks, but they haven't dropped any. And the reason I want that is that hounds drop teeth, and you can use that for a sewing kit, which repairs your clothes. So if you've got a rare piece of clothes, a rare bit of kit or whatever, you can repair it. But, you know, if they don't drop that, obviously, you can't. Okay, so there was one more spider's nest that should be approaching level 3. Perfect, it's level 3 now. This is about to break, so we're going to have to build another trap in a second. Looks like we got one over there, but it's too dangerous to pick up right now. Just gonna keep our distance here. Alright. And while we're at it, we're also probably going to want to build some rope and a new spear. Whoops. You know what, this is fine. There we go. Easy, easy. No problem. Anyway, set this trap back up. There's still 3 of them, so this is going to still take a little while. I wish there was actually some easier way to get spider silk, but not really. This is the last one. This guy's going to be his last lonely spider. Yeah. Get in the box. Now let's get over here, bash this down again. Don't want any queens forming around our house or near where we're farming spiders. We're now punching a spider's nest, not the most efficient of things. Okay, I've never actually built a spear, that was the one I found. So let's just take out our axe, thwack away with it. Oh, crap. Okay, so, a warrior spider spawned, because we were attacking it, and it was lucky enough to get a spawn in while we were attacking it. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's drop this spider eggs down. May as well. There we go. Let's just drop that there. I don't even really care. Let's get back to base and start making ourselves some winter clothes. We're gonna want to pick up a bit more manure and chop down some trees. And the reason I want manure is I need to do the accelerated crop growing for a little bit, and that's just because it's important that all your plots have food on them when winter hits. Oh dear. Look at all these beefalo. We've got adorable little babies now that mating season's over. They're actually quite lumpy and hideous, but, you know, whatever. They're doing well by their standards. And their standards are just awfully low. We're also short on grass. Going to need plenty of that. Not quite hungry enough to eat this dragon pie, but we're getting close. That'll be good. Now, the reason that I am building the basic farms, if you're wondering, is because I tend to run out of rocks. If the caves update does in fact give you unlimited rocks, I'll just build nothing but improved farms, but until that actually comes out, I can't be sure, so we'll just have to see. Okay. So I've done the important parts. I've gotten a ton of silk, which is what you need, and I've gotten those beefalo fur by shaving them at night. Once you've done that, your pretty much set to build your winter clothes. You also want to potentially hunt one qualifiant down so you can build a breezy vest. Once you've done that, you can sort of get by in winter. You'll also kind of want to get a beefalo hat at some point, but to do that you have to kill a bunch of beefalo. Tricky thing to do, potentially. Sometimes it's really easy. Sort of depends on where you end up spawning. Let's get ourselves some more fuel while we're out here. Chop down some of these trees. We're also out of shovels. There we go. And all the way over here. Okay. I'm gonna start planting some trees near my base as well, but you don't want them like right by your base just in case they turn into a tree man. Never pleasant when you've got a tree man rampaging through your base. Of course, they're fairly slow, so you can always just lure them out of your base. Plant all that there. And that'll be enough wood to get us by. You need a lot of wood stockpiled for winter, in all honesty. That's one thing that I'm going to have to worry about since I'm fairly low on it. Let's eat this dragon pie. I'm not even hungry enough to use that yet, so I'll just wait a little bit longer. Build one more farm. We'll build our farmland over here now, so that'll be fine. I'm hoping for eggplants before winter comes. And while all that's going about, let's grab our beefalo fur and get making our winter clothes. So, oh, we also need one more thing. Elephant trunk. Okay. Okay, we can build ourselves a winter hat. This is a really good one. Let's get some of these in here. Drop that off there. Let's look at our winter clothes again. Breezy vest is just spider silk, so let's go back in here, grab the rest of our spider silk. Let's check out that vest. There we go. Perfect. And now we've got a hat and a vest, so this will be enough to get us through winter. Put that back in there. And let's see what else we can toss in here for now. We don't need our winter clothes just yet. Still got plenty of time before winter. Put those in there. They're a very important healing item. You can right-click them to heal. Let's go... Do we have charcoal? I thought I had one piece of charcoal. Yes, we do. Perfect. So we're going to make ourselves a boomerang, and we're going to make ourselves... what else do we need? That's probably all we need for now. Okay, boomerang, one plank, one spider silk, one charcoal. We're pretty much out of spider silk now. That's a bit unfortunate. You want to use that for a lot of different things, but in any event, dragon pie, let's eat it. And look at that. So much food from that. Okay, so we also need a spear. Since I hadn't prototyped one, I just found one. Anyway, grab our meat so we can put it on the drying racks. At this point, I'm not sure how much more I really believe I need to do before I'm fully prepared for winter. I'm betting winter could come right this day, and I'd be fine. In fact, you know, just because I'm actually pretty sure I know what that trap does, I'm going to demonstrate how cocky I am by going and activating the trap tomorrow. Today I'm going to show you the one last thing that you need for winter preparation. And for that, I'm just going to have to go get some more rocks. Now, I could jump in that hole and go near that spider place, but I don't want to go back there until I've got at least a blow dart gun with some fire darts, so I can burn down those spiders' webs. But in all honesty, it seems like a bad place to go right now. So instead, I'm just going to cut down this rock. I think that'll be enough for me to build what I need to build. I have got some rocks back in base after all. Bit of niter, you use that to make gunpowder. To be honest, I haven't really found any particular use for gunpowder in this game. I don't think it actually has much utility. It does a huge amount of damage in a pretty tight radius, or pretty wide radius, but I mean, you have to light it, so you have to also drop it beside whatever it is you want to blow up, which is not really ideal. Okay, I think that's enough rocks. Now, the only thing we're really lacking before this winter starts is wood, so that'll be the last thing I do today. And then I'm going to go activate the trap that, if I recall correctly, activates winter. Now, I'm not actually 100% sure that that's the case, but that's what I remember it doing. So, we're also going to go fertilize all our crops and leave them in the ground. Oops. Eggplant, perfect. Not quite. Could go pick up more manure today, but in any event, let's get this built first. Okay, we need our rocks. Let's go stand beside our machines here. Let's go into survival. I need to de-equip my pickaxe. Even though it's on a 12%, you know, I can still use it. Oops. There we go, heat stone. Made out of pickaxes, rocks, and flint. It keeps you warm in winter, very useful. Pretty much vital for your survival. Okay, so that should be everything I need before winter starts. I'm just going to chop wood until tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'm going to go start winter a few days early, just sort of to show a point that we're ready right now. I think we're pretty much good for everything that winter can throw at us. Maybe the deer clops would suck if he attacked us, but you know, the deer clops always sucks if he attacks you. It's probably going to be at least another 4 days before the next wave of wolf attacks. It could be as many as like 7 more days, so I don't need to worry about them too much. But yeah, I should probably start eating these seeds just because I have no need for them. These generic seeds can be any plants. I'm growing specific crops, so it's more useful for me to eat seeds and just leave agriculture up to those birds. Now, one of the things that you want to typically have for winter that I'm probably not going to have just because it's so time-consuming and relatively unnecessary, it's a fuel chest. It's very convenient to have just a box full of logs that you can rely on over winter. Just throw logs on the fire, pull out new ones from your box whenever you need them. But it's not... Oh shit, I did have another shovel. But it's not strictly speaking necessary. You know, you can always chop wood in winter, but it limits your ability to do other things. Let's axe. And there are other things that you'll want to do in winter. I'll show you those when we get to winter in our next video. But for now, we're going to be chopping down trees. We're going to be chopping down tons and tons and tons of trees, causing mass deforestation, hoping that the tree ant will attack me before first winter comes. Because it really sucks when he attacks during winter. Of course, you can get, you know, just tree ants any time of year. Even as far as I know, you can get them consecutively. I don't think there's anything that prevents that. But hopefully that won't happen. They're really annoying. They take forever to beat. They are at the very least slow, so you can run away, build a spear, and then come back once you've got that in hand. I also might want to burn down another tree just so I can get the charcoal, because I'm going to want to build another... what I want to build is another boomerang pretty soon. Boomerangs, ranged weapon, very useful. Let's get some of these pine cones down. Alrighty. And today also seems like a good night to show you the other recipe that I rely on as sort of a staple over the nights, the long, cold winter nights. Okay, let's drop a ton of pine cones in this fire since I have way too many pine cones. Grab our meat from the icebox so that we can toss it on the drying rack. Toss that up there. Sounds like I've caught another bird as well. Yeah. So that thing's almost done for, but let's toss a jerky in there so that we can use our jerky that's sort of starting to turn a little bit. I put these too far apart. Shit. You want to be able to have both your crock pot and your fridge door open at the same time. I have them just too far apart, barely, I think. But, you know, whatever. Okay, so let's cook that. It's a monster meat. It's, sorry, a monster meat and 2 honey and 1 jerky. Shit, I accidentally combined that. Let's do that, actually. You generally want these separated so that they, in all separate stacks, so that they don't, contaminate one another, basically. Every pile of food has its own rot level, spoilage level, and you want to have your most spoiled stuff in one separate pile so you can cook with it first, and then cook with your newer stuff as it starts to get bad. That way everything's not spoiling all at once. You don't want everything to spoil all at once. Okay, so that's a honey ham. That's our other crucial ingredient for success. But yeah, I think we've got everything we're going to need. So let's go down here. I just wanted to double check something. If I recall correctly, I thought I saw a winter camp around here somewhere, but maybe that was just me hallucinating. In any event, let's head on down south here. And go check on that refrigerator. I hope I'm right about this, because, oh, yeah, I did see a walrus camp. Okay, that's going to be important in just a few seconds, if I'm correct about everything, which I tend not to be. But, yeah, let's go open this. Nothing in it. This has a bunch of winter stuff in it. Neat. A lot of good, useful stuff, so let's grab it all. And there's also a winterometer here, but not much I can do about that. You know, I could have sworn that was supposed to cause winter to start, but looks like everything's fine. Which is a bit of a shame. You know, winter would have been interesting here. Okay, let's get rid of the spider's nest, because we don't want the spider's nest to turn to level 3 into a spider queen. In fact, I don't really want a spider nest here at all, so I'm not going to be replanting it here. I'll replant it somewhere else. Here you go. So if you give food to the pigmen, they'll follow you around. And fight on your behalf. So these pigmen helping me with these spiders. And that'll let me get this pretty easily. Unfortunately, they're going to eat a ton of this monster meat, which might turn them into werepigs. Looks like they're just short of needing that. Okay, so that's fine. Put that there for now. Let's destroy this one as well. You know, pigs are pretty good fighters. They've got a kiting mechanic where they'll automatically kite enemies, which makes them pretty decent in a fight, in all honesty. Lets them survive against those big hordes of spiders pretty well, lets them fight larger boss monsters pretty effectively, and it makes them pretty hard for you to kill as well. So, this one might turn into a werepig if he grabs that monster meat. Frankly, I'm going to let him if he wants to. Nope, looks like he's not going to. So he's just going to follow me back home. That's fine. He thinks I'm his friend, which I am. We're good buddies. But yeah, looks like I didn't have to build a breezy vest or a winter hat. So let's head on back home. Build another box so we can start putting spider eggs in it. Spider eggs you just sort of keep around in case for some reason the spiders go extinct. If that happens, then silk becomes impossible to find, so obviously you don't want that to happen. Huh, I can use that as fuel. Interesting. Okay, so let's get in here, build ourselves more boxes. Let's drop that. Oh, there's the other ones. Knew I had an extra board lying around there somewhere. Let's build another chest down here. Now, boards used to have to be built like really far apart, and it was ridiculous. But they've really closed up how far away they could be. Pig friend running around in circles. That's pretty good. I did lose track of the moon phase, so we might turn into a werepig tonight. That would be unpleasant. Having my friend suddenly turn on me. Oh, let's actually just put that in there with the others. Let's see. Put our spare winter clothes in there. With 2 suits, I don't have to worry too much about decay. Grab this carrot, and let's just grab this bird before it drives me nuts. So we're going to want probably actually a little bit more gold I would like to get. A little bit more gold would be nice. That way we could build ourselves a winterometer. You know, it's not really a crucial thing, but they're nice to have in your base along with the precipitation meter. Probably the most useless things you can build. They basically tell you when it is cold, which you will know because you'll be freezing to death, and when it is raining, which you'll know because it will be raining. But anyway, this is how I prepare for winter. Just a lot of chopping trees, a lot of preparing food, a lot of collecting items, and yeah, it's the last few days before winter comes. We've only got 2 days anyway. Let's murder this bird. Drat. Well, we'll put that in there anyway. Going to need even more boxes pretty soon. So our pig friend ran off somewhere. That's fine. He probably thought it was time to sleep. Let's see here. Alright. And this is pretty much going to be a boring night. I don't think I'm going to go out and do anything. Just going to chomp on these roasted berries. Actually, let's save those for a recipe. Toss a little bit more fuel on the fire. We're going to try and get ourselves ready for winter.